Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Volunteers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Florida Gators offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure what I can control.
This guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot, because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC does not grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This all-time great, but a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
On second down, wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
guys better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
And the Volunteers will hustle. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to take a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Here comes the hurry up. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this.
Pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that
two-goal try. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Now on the option. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And now on second down for this offense. After run, now throw. Quarterback extends the play. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Runs through a tackle. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. It's complete!
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
After another clutch version, it's 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with... about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 2nd, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Snags it over the middle.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
It'll be a draw. At the 35, he's open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Vols in the hurry-up. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis and this guy.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time. And it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Feeling some heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. DB's right up on the receivers. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break
after it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Handoff from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, looking to pass. Keeps the play going. He's going to run it. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that. Looking to buy time. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Slips a tackle. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got enough space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators! Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by just one over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And they swarm him under. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's Sanders. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
They don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle with Sanders. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Murphy. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And a sweet catch on a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. The Gators are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
You just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And
the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Cooper. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarter...
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Trying to get to it. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Vols will line up to punt it away.
make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He makes a grab, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal, set up in a great position to succeed.
The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Shakes off the defender. How about keeping it on the ground on 3rd and long? He gets 9 on the play, and that brings up a 4th and 3. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Just about set for the 2nd half kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Hatchett. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here, Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan's halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. It all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because you're...
Snatches it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys...
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Skips away. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Gators are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Florida 56, Tennessee 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Hey,
It's a statement. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
when you've already sent your punter around 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll bring it back. It's Sanders. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Gator! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He leaves it with his back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough in the point of attack.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the return, it's Sanders. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He's going up top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Murphy. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They want to run this quarterback. And the Gators pick up the first down.
Well, this head coach has been a riverboat gambler all game long. He keeps going for it on 4th down. That now the 3rd time he's gone for it, and he's gotten it by running the football.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooper. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge on the toss.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, Dave. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida 70, Tennessee 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. Breaks the tackle. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. Running it back, it's Sanders. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll let it go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and back him out. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sanders.